many times the name of the region. Our problem is that we have many names of different population, different country in this part. We know the names, but we don't know where it is. Kush is a general name, maybe going from Egypt to the Fifth Cataract. But what I told tonight is that there is a connection also with Central Sudan. And this is completely new. And we have to understand that probably Nubia was leading a group with central people coming from different countries, from different kingdoms probably. And we have very few ideas about the kingdom in Central Africa. As you know, we don't have exact name, for example, for cassava, and there is surely a sophisticated state there with singularities and with trade organization and all these things. We are sure that in Darfur there is also many complex organization, but it is not proved. This is our problem. We know through the Egyptian text that Punt exists is very important, but we don't know what it is and where it is exactly. We know the road, how to go to Punt. We have many data along this road, but very few proof for the position of Punt. Yeah. We know also that many products go from Punt to cassava. This is true also. Well, to answer you, these things are very complicated because they are based only on the Egyptian side. Many times for fun, I tell to the people I am doing a contra-history. That means I try to build a new idea about the history of the Sudan with the archaeology. And normally, the history is built through the text. And as you know, in Kerma and to the south, we don't have text till the Meroitic period.
Thank you.
Okay. Quick question for you, Charles. Thank you very much for the presentation. I hope, can everybody hear me?
Your name
okay.
and your...
It's Mawan Mota. My question is, do we know what the economic activities were during that period, especially the period before the Egyptians came and destroyed everything? That period of all those round buildings and the temples, what were the agricultural activities, what were the production, who did they trade with, that kind of thing? Also, after the Egyptians came and Hatshepsut came and Thutmose and so on, and they occupied the area, we talk about the rise of Meroe and Nabath, which seemed again to be returned to Nubia. Did the Egyptians disappear, or did they push out the Egyptians, or did they assimilate the Egyptians? I didn't quite understand that. Okay.
Very complex question. For the beginning, I will say that after 7 years, I must be presenting things, telling you that the truth is still far. But what I saw, it is a new architecture. We found new building. You saw the plan, unknown till today in Africa, in all Africa. And this building, 55 meters, it is not nothing. And it is interesting to say that we saw also some seals, from print of seals. That means the trade must exist. They have some basket or boxes arriving, and there is something. It is a beginning. For example, we know through Kassana there are seals belonging to 2,300 or 200 years before Christ. And the seals are the same that we found in Kerma. The problem with these two towns, I must have time to follow our work in in Dukigel, and this is only a beginning. As I told you, 7 years is nothing, and in fact it is really 5 years or 4 years only to have a good idea. After that, for the Egyptian, it is clear that they used Nubia to have more tribute. That means a lot of goods are coming in Egypt, and we know the name of these goods. They are all coming from Nubia, and we know how many people came and how many slaves, how many food and all kind of material are coming. We know the number, and each year we have some releve in Egypt. After that, there is a very strange situation, because the first king of the 25th dynasty, the king who were king of Nubia and king of Egypt, are using the power of Egypt, power of religion, power of the image of Egypt in Sudan, politically. It is very clever, but there is an Egyptianization during all this period. You have to think that Taharqa, you saw the statue of Taharqa, he was preparing in the delta of Egypt people to build Egyptian temple in Nubia. That means that he's thinking that